everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Vikings going up against the Eagles. So let's send you up to Pennsylvania. Standing by in Philadelphia are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And here comes Diggs. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the... Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And it's defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw in that play. No gain.
Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March.
But after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Sproles, the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles take possession. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The option going right, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Peterson alone in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. And now Bridgewater is still down. Looks like he was shaken up there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now let's go!
On second down, Ryan Matthews. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he could only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his second year with the Eagles. They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Now Wentz on third down. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Then he hits his man, Matthews. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And here comes Diggs. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Bradford from the gun on third down. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Bradford. Deep drop, and his throw here's incomplete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Caught on the right side by Treadwell. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, Peterson. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down, Bradford. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll run the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So second and goal here from the 9. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Third and goal, Bradford. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Wentz to throw again. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, D-line, let's get it.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Green 39.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Over. Here we go now. Green 39. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. So we've reached intermission here and hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's complete left side to Aguilar. They'll get 16 yards there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try.
10 yards at time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Green 39. Green 30.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Another pistol look here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down throw for Bradford. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Bradford on 2nd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They come out here in the eye. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, we know he's got the speed. There he needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 57.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught. It's hot. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Robinson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. And that's going to be incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Bradford. Wright's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Bradford, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st down, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Wendell Smallwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
After the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
False start, offense.
The penalty on 1st down backs him up 5. It's now 1st down and 15. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And Rudolph has it left side. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Bradford to throw it. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Finding time. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 3rd and 1. Here's Bradford. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Bradford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Everyone, hurry up, here we go.
Wentz to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dorial Green-Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that touchdown this late in the game should all but be the dagger.
We never want to say that a game is over, but it certainly feels that way. That final touchdown seems to have created enough room for them to start celebrating.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Brandon Graham getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Now Bradford on second down. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Bradford from the gun on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Bradford again. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third down, Bradford surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Second down, Bradford. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And Charles, you know what...